Hello there, and welcome back to Duels of the Spellslingers Tournament number 4. Before we get started today, I'd just like to give a big shout out and thank you to Mr. Do Everything, Tortuga, our organizers, Jokes to Jesus and Queen83, our video creator / editor, Antler, and gamecasters. We got Dusty, Maculations, Mellows, Nemesis, and myself, Obus Form. My real name is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did you guys know that Magic the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering, actually created its own font, Bellerin, and that the bird in the Birds of Paradise is the reason why it's actually called Birds of Paradise? That artwork was supposed to be for an island, but the bird became too prominent, so they turned it into Birds of Paradise. And with that, let's get into round 1.
Round 1.
So today's match, we have Mellows on Ral with that nice little blue land, and we have MetaGameFitness on that red and green guy with the mohawk who plays lots of creatures and the passive that gets more creatures. His name will come to me in a minute. But anyways, we got that red and green guy with the land that I think at turn 5 can trigger to give his creatures +2/+2 and ward. So it looks like, oh yes. Oh no, I still don't remember his name, and that's unfortunate. But in any case, MetaGameFitness is going first, and oh, it looks like, is he gonna use his mana crystal? He might, because he's got 2 casts. Yeah, so I think he's going to do it anyways, and it looks like he's gonna save his Goblin Shortcutter to shortcut the next guy that comes in, I think. It's Mellow's turn at 2 mana. So actually, my apologies, it looks like it was Mellow's turn first, and he already passed, and so now it's Mellow's second turn. He casts Isochron Scepter, gets a spell, and so what do you get, Mellows? Doesn't matter. He gets, oh, there we go, we get Takedown. MetaGameFitness at turn number 2, nothing to block, so the 4 damage, and cast the Goblin Shortcutter to again shortcut nothing. Mellows turn 3, what do you cast, Mellows? You're going to use Isochron Scepter again. What do you get? You get, it looks like you get a Spark of Genius, I believe. So Mellows is going to cast a Mana Surge to give him, there we go, 4 mana. Cast the Takedown, and now his next spell can cost up to 4 mana and cast Firemind Bolt. There we go. Just like that, Mellows has cleared the field. Now it's MetaGameFitness's turn. Glaive Covert Warden. Ah, very good. So that's very hard for Mellows to deal with because Glaive Covert Warden will give every creature he casts ward, which prevents his creatures from getting targeted. But Mellows unsummons that guy, so now it's MetaGameFitness's turn for 4 mana. He could go, just, to hell with it, go Zozu, or he could do Goblin Shortcutter and the Anaconda, or maybe he could just forcefully cast Glaive Cobra Warden again. But if he does, and that Electro Mage on Mellow's side comes into attack, I don't think MetaGameFitness is going to block. So yeah, he might be looking to just eat the damage and pray that Mellows on Ral doesn't have an answer. Oh no, he's going to do, alright, General Eldamri. So no matter what Mellows does, MetaGameFitness is not going to block. Mellows is going to look to find a way to get rid of General Eldamri, and let's see if he can be successful. Actually, you know what? Maybe does he do it? Does he do it? No, he gets, from Spark of Genius, he gets the Eldritch Tutor, and he casts, alright, he casts another spell to Spark of Genius again. Too bad. He gets Jolt of Inspiration, and he gets Mana Surge. And what are you going to do, Mellows? You got all these combos. You got 6 mana. Maybe he's going to Chance. Casting all these spells, he's going to Chaos Lightning to try and kill that Eldamri. I think that's what Mellows is going for. So he might be just casting all these spells because Chaos Lightning does +1 damage for every spell you've cast, up to a maximum of 10 damage and distributed randomly. So maybe that's the play, or he's going Jolt of Inspiration. What are you going to do, Mellows? Alright, 9 damage. You roll the dice. Do you get him? No. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. And he doesn't attack either. That's interesting. I don't know why he doesn't attack. Maybe he doesn't want to get rid of his 9-2. That's a lot of damage. It looks like MetaGameFitness is going to go in for the attack. He has yet to click attack, though. Okay, Goblin Shortcutter is probably going to shortcut the 2-8. And maybe even shortcut the 2-9, but I don't think that's possible. He can shortcut the 2-8 and then use Gruul Club to kill the 9-2. Is he going to do that? casts his Warboar, casts Gruul Club, and that kills the 9-2. I think that's the play, right? That way General Eldarmri goes in for another attack next turn. And he kills the 9-2. I think that's the answer. Mellows is only on 2 cards. And that's pretty much 4 cards on Mellows versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards on Metagame Fitness. Darmri, that's his name. Anyway, so, okay, Metagame Fitness, do you play your Warboar? Okay, so you do, and you're probably, yeah, so he's going to fight the 9-2, kill it. Very good. I think that's the perfect play in his hand. I don't think he gets better than that. Just like that, General Eldarmri goes through, buffs all of his guys, +1/+1, and is likely going to live for another turn. I mean, Metagame Fitness doesn't know if he's going to live for another turn, but we know Mellows' cards, and we know he probably will, right? Unless Jolt of Inspiration gives him like a lucky burn through or shock or something like that. Anyways, as it is, Mellows plays Isochron Scepter. Let's hope for a lucky thing to deal with 1 damage. Could be a trip, could be a burn through, could be a shock, could be any of those cards. Let's see what he gets. He gets a Naturalize. Okay, not too bad. Maybe not what you're looking for, but not too bad. And you're probably going to, yeah, Naturalize that Gruul Club, right? That was such an expensive turn against, or rather, such a good turn against Mellows last turn. So, okay, Mellows just sort of plays and is just sort of holding on. So now it's Metagame Fitness turn, and his land triggered. I think he might Zozu because it becomes a 2/6 with ward and gain 6. So it's going to become an 8/6. Actually, no, it got +1. It's going to be a 9/6 if he goes in. Maybe even a 10/6 with Eldarmri. So he's going to sacrifice Eldarmri to trigger Eldarmri's effect one more time. 2 damage is probably going to go in, right? Because you got to get rid of Eldarmri. But he might want to Zozu because Zozu is just so hard to counter. Or maybe even Vicious Mongrel. I think it's going to be the Zozu, guys, because it's going to become a 3/8 plus ward. +6 mana. It's going to become a 9/8 ward, which is devastating. Because now, what do you choose if you're Mellows? Do you choose this guy who's 9/8? Sorry. Is he going to attack? Yeah, he's going to attack, right? My apologies, everyone. Not 9/8, 9/7. Or do you choose General Eldarmri? Yeah, you're going to do the Eldarmri, right? So that's 11 damage, bringing Mellows down to 5. And that's on turn 5. Just like that, swinging for 11 damage on turn 5. Metagame Fitness brings out a 3/3, so now it's 3 on the board plus 5. So that's 8 cards on Metagame Fitness versus the 5 cards on Mellows' side. Mellows is down by life, by 14 life. He's down by cards, so it's not looking too good for Mellows. Let's see if he can pull something from maybe Jolt of Inspiration. He's got to find some way to get rid of that 9/7, which doesn't look likely because we know Metagame Fitness has a blind side, so that's going to kill something for sure. And his 5 damage, from the Goblin Shortcutter, and the 3/3 Alpha is going to go in. So I think Mellows is kind of out of options, if I'm being honest. It doesn't look like he's got too many answers. There's no point in attacking either, even with the Tajic, because it's going to suicide onto the 9/7, right? And it's ward, so you can't get rid of it. You can't do the extra damage to get through and kill it. So attacking doesn't seem like an option, and he doesn't have any more creatures to really play. And I think Mellows just sort of is resigned to his fate of not being able to deal with it. That's unfortunate, eh? Maybe he can block the Zozu and live with 1 HP. So 4/16 mage, that's super powerful, but we all know Zozu's going to get blocked. We all know the 2/2 and the 2/3 is going to go through, and now Vicious Mongrel, yeah, there we go. So that's game. Well played, Mellows and Metagame Fitness. Well done, Metagame Fitness. I think your cards just comboed so hard. It looks like Mellows suffered from maybe just not enough creatures, and that Gruul Club really, really did it for Metagame Fitness. So well done, Metagame Fitness. Let's go into round 2. Let's see if Mellows can pull something out of Ral hat. Because now that he knows Metagame Fitness's play, he can sort of expect it. And Ral is known for playing like 5 cards in a single turn thanks to Ral's passive. So let's see what can happen in round number 2. All right, round 2. Metagame Fitness is going to go second, and Mellows will go first. I think Metagame Fitness is going to keep that Channeler of Might. And maybe the Rampaging Nordog and get rid of those two. Yeah, there we go, right? So that way you can... Channeler of Might can debut effectively with that Rampaging guy in your hand. And you've got a good 5-play, 5-mana, turn 5 to go on. And we all know that Ral is not going to kill you by turn 5 because it's not Chandra. It is not Angrath or anything. So you're probably going to last a turn 5. So let's see what happens. So as it is, Mellows goes first. Passes. Metagame Fitness now turn 1. Cast a 3/3 Channeler of Might. Alright. Mellows turn 2 and cast the Electro Mage that gets +1/+0 for every spell. I think Metagame Fitness is going to attack, yeah, because you're just going to kill that guy before he can grow, right? Mellows may not block, thinking he can get rid of the 3/3, but we'll see if Mellows decides to block. No, he doesn't. Alright, Mellows takes it to the face, which means, at least to Metagame Fitness, that Mellows has some way to get rid of that 3/3 and hopefully that 4/3. Could be, well, Shock is not enough, so maybe we're looking at Unsummon. Nope, he's looking at Anticipate. He's going to anticipate. What are you going to anticipate? Mellows is going to anticipate a Mana Surge. Okay, so if he casts... Oh no, he just passed the turn. Alright. So Mellows has a ton of spells in his hand and only one creature to block. So I think Metagame Fitness is just going to go in for the attack. Because no matter what, you want to kill that 4/2. Because you don't want Ral to clear your board and suddenly go in with like a 9/2 Electro Mage, right? So you're just going to attack at 7 damage to the face. I think Mellows is going to block. I think you have to block because 7 damage is a little too much. It's going to bring you down to 15. Yeah, he blocks a 4/2, or rather, he blocks a 4/3, so 3 damage goes in. And he could do the Vicious Mongrel, although there's no need for haste, so maybe it's just the Can't Block guy and the Sword Cannoneer. So maybe it's the Pouncing Lemur and the Sword. Yeah, keeping the Goblin Shortcutter to shortcut whoever Mellows' creature comes out next. Whatever creature comes out next. But it doesn't look like it will happen because Mellows has no creatures, which is unfortunate. Okay, Isochron Scepter. I think Mellows is just sort of praying for a Shock, maybe? But yeah, so we can get rid of the 3/2 Lemur and the 4/2 guy. That's a little unfortunate. So, yeah, so Metagame Fitness with a very creature-centered Domri deck can beat out, right now at least, a very heavy spell-focused round deck. Because once you use those spells, they're done, but these creatures can sort of attack and return. And sometimes Ral can get amazing plays, but sometimes it just looks like, yeah, you're just sort of dead in the water because your spells don't allow themselves to combo off each other. And even though, okay, so yeah, you can do the Electro Mage, pump it up a little bit, but you're missing board clear. You sure you have Unsummon, but you're casting, or you would have casted 2 mana Unsummon for a 1 mana creature. So you're going to probably return, yeah, the 6/5. And what are you going to cast, Mellows? I mean, you've got a 0 cost. You could do Chain Lightning, hoping to get rid of something. Okay, looks like Mellows is trying to read upon what Ral has cast before, maybe. So Ral, what are you going to choose? You're going to choose Anticipate? Alright. They give... Okay. So he chooses to bubble his guy to 7/4, so he can at least live through the next attack. Maybe Metagame Fitness at 5 mana without his land trigger. Yeah, Hasty Mongrel. Just more damage. Just more board pressure. And this way the 7/4 either has to block the 4/5 and die, or block 3 damage, but let the 4 damage guy through. Yeah. So 9 damage. It brings Mellows to 1. So I don't want to call it, but I don't think there are too many things at... Okay, so Fountain of Magic procced, and I think he would have rather had the mana. Okay, maybe you can Drain Blood, maybe you can Unsummon, but at 1 life, you have to get rid of all 3, and pray that Metagame Fitness does not draw a haste creature. That's a lot of problems coming through, right? So you got to get rid of those other creatures. Maybe you're just looking for a lucky Chaos Lightning that just targets 5 damage across those 2 creatures. Anticipate, you get Magnum Opus, yeah, Chaos Lightning, alright, 9 damage, does it work? Okay, alright. So Mellows is still in the game at 3 life. Okay, good for him. So there's no haste for Metagame Fitness. So Mellows is still in the game, but this is the second time this guy debuted. So I think first time was haste. This time it's trample because he got unsummoned. So now he's going to get trample for his little 3/2 guys. Mellows' turn, he casts Magnum Opus, the Rao signature that gets randomly +2/+0 or +0/+2 for every spell. Spark of Genius, okay, 4/6, that's how you want to see it. And Elves, okay, and Unsummon, all right, very good. So looks like Mellows so far has stabilized with a nice 8/6 and 2 chump blockers. But Anaconda Hatchling and Gruul Club can destroy the 8/6. Why? Because on your turn, Anaconda Hatchling will destroy any creature that it damages, and Gruul Club forces your creature to fight an enemy creature. So there we go, just like that. That was the perfect answer to Magnum Opus, sacrificing a 2 mana and 1 charge of your artifact for one of the very best creatures that Rao can bring out. 3/2. Oh, you're gonna block and you're gonna be at 1 HP again? Because that guy has both, haste and trample, right? Thanks to Rampaging nor blah 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 coming up for the second time. Isochron Scepter. We got so many scepters. Let's see, Mellows, if you can pull a rabbit out of your Ral hat. Spark of Genius. All right, Prox's passive. Draw 2 cards. Invert. Okay. Firemind Bolt sort of works. Firemind Bolt the 3/1, right? But we know that Blindside is there, and Mellows has no more mana. So we know that Blindside is there, and Blindside will kill the 1/1, and the 2/3 will end the game. You could even use Gruul Club. Yeah, there's so many. Mellows quit at 1. Well, I think it was pretty obvious what was going to happen, because even if there was no Blindside, Gruul Club would have went in. So GG, well played. Mellows, good try. I think it was just not in your favor, some of the card draws, but as it is, Metagame Fitness, you go on to the next round. Congratulations. So if you guys liked what you heard or saw today, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.